Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing? We are so excited to share with you this evening some pretty incredible stuff about what we have our hands on, how it's helping women and men with their hormone health, and is a GLP-1 even right for you? Have you found yourself asking yourself that question? Because I know, I mean, listen, everywhere you go on social media, I feel like it's the only thing I see anymore. GLP-1, women's health, men's health, GLP-1. And so tonight we're going to dive deep into this topic and we're going to share some statistics. We're going to share some products. We've got some incredible testimonies here for you tonight about these products. And we're going to do a giveaway. How many of you love to win stuff? If you love to win stuff, put a one in the chat section below, because we are going to give away this Mojo product that we're going to be talking a whole lot about tonight and how it's helping men in so many ways. So make sure that you hang out with us until the very end, and so that you have an opportunity to win that. And my guest speakers that are on here tonight, I went ahead and clicked mute all, so just make sure that you unmute when it's your time to speak. And we will get this party started. Before we do, let me know, where are you tuning in from? Where are you in the world right now? Let us know in the chat. I would love to know. I am just north of Nashville, Tennessee, born and raised here, and excited to share this opportunity with you. For those that do not know, I am Tina Joy Carroll. I've been inside the network marketing space for 9.5 years, but I got to be real with you. I was the biggest skeptic of them all. How many of you are a little bit skeptical? You're like, yeah, my friend asked me to be on here and I didn't really want to be on here, but I'm kind of doing a favor for my friend, so I'm here. I get you. I totally understand. Not only was I not interested, I was like, you really should stop doing that. You're embarrassing yourself and me. Honestly, you should quit. That is what I told my friend that invited me to something very similar to this 9.5 years ago. Thank God I didn't listen to my own self, because here we are all these years later and it's drastically changed my health. I'm now 110 pounds lighter than I was then. It's drastically changed our life financially, and blessed us in ways that we couldn't have known had we not jumped in. So I'm really excited to share a little bit about this with you tonight. And then I have my beautiful business bestie that I would not know. I would not know her if it wasn't for this industry, Miss Sarah Hollingsworth. Let me just share a little bit about her, and then she's going to kick us off tonight. She was a paramedic. Her husband's a firefighter. They have two boys. They live in Minnesota. They were like passing, they were ships in the night passing, and they were exhausted. And she had a product experience, and she just said, you know what? I'll sign up to sell. She had never done anything like this before in her life. Not only was she able to retire herself from her paramedic job, but she is now a multiple six-figure earner, living the life of her dreams and on her terms, and being able to bless her boys and her family in ways that she never thought possible. And I'm really excited for you guys to get to hear from my beautiful bestie, Miss Sarah Hollingsworth. Sarah, take it away, friend.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight. I am, first of all, I'm an ingredients nerd. Is there anybody else out there, kind of like me, that really likes to know the nitty-gritty of what is in something, how can it help me, and why do I need it? Not everybody is. I know that. Like Tina, she's not. This is why it works really well. So I'm really excited to deep dive not only into a couple of products that we're going to talk about tonight with our health, with our hormone health, women and men, but we're going to talk about a few other things as well that's going to be really, really important. We're so excited to share this with you guys. And we're going to try and keep this nice and short for you, just so that we can be able to share this with others as well. I don't know about you guys, but sitting on a 2-hour Zoom is not my jam. And so we want to be respectful of your time. We want to get all the information to you as fast as possible. Like Tina said, I am a retired paramedic. And I tell you guys, the freedom I found in this place has been unreal. I've never found a company like this before. I've never seen supplements like this before. And we're going to really dig deep into that. So obviously the company is called Trenant. If you didn't know that, we're called Trenant. It's actually the French word for change life quickly. I think it's slightly different. It's like change life rapidly or something. I like change life quickly. It's really the core of who we are. as a company. We're 11 years old. We are debt free. We started off in the wealth space and transitioned into the health and wellness space in 2013. I'm sorry, 2017. And it's been incredible ever since. We have 27 different products, a variety of things throughout the health space, and we're going to highlight a few of our favorites for you guys tonight. But we are so committed to transparency. That's one of the things that I love. Like I said, I'm an ingredients nerd. I love when I can know exactly what I'm consuming, what I'm putting in and on my body. I am crazy about it, actually. I'm a label reader. And when I saw these supplements, I was like, you have got to be joking. This is going to cost me an insane amount of money to purchase. False. This is a luxury brand of supplements that will not break your bank at not a luxury brand price. I love it so much. So we are very committed to transparency. All of our products are third-party tested, CGMP certified, which I love. That makes my nerd brain go woo. Um, we also have a transparency promise, which means whenever you purchase a product from us, you can trust that they're clean. There's no phthalates in it. They're cruelty-free, gluten-free, GMO-free, all of the nasty things you don't have to worry about. And everything is third-party tested, so you can always access that whenever you need to, which I love.
Love that. Now, let's talk about a product that I literally can't get enough of because I'll be honest, when we first came here, I was like, why is everybody so excited about a digestive enzyme? It seemed really weird to me because I was already taking one. How many of you don't have your gallbladder anymore? Put a 3 in the chat if you don't have your gallbladder. In 2021, I had to have my gallbladder removed in an emergency surgery. And I was told I needed to take a digestive enzyme for the rest of my life because of that. Except my digestive enzyme didn't do anything life changing for me. And so I was just really curious what had people so excited. Well, what I didn't know then was because I'm not like Sarah, I'm not an ingredients nerd or a supplement nerd. I didn't know that all supplements weren't created equal. And so this one is just in fact different. It's going to break down the fats, the carbs, the sugars, and the proteins that you eat so your body can absorb what it needs and get rid of what it doesn't. Also, super important to note, your gut is your second brain. It's connected to the vagus nerve. And so all the communication from your gut is going to your brain. If your gut is a mess, you are going to be a mess. And statistically, if you take antibiotics twice in a 12-month period, did you know you're 40 times more likely to develop anxiety and depression? Not only that, but your serotonin is produced in your gut. Your GLP-1 is produced in your gut, and so many other incredible things happen in your gut. And so we want to get your gut healthy. This digestive enzyme also has a pre and a probiotic in it. It is going to help get your microbiome back in check. My favorite thing to do is show you a quick little demonstration of how this product is actually going to work in your gut. So let's listen to Jeff tell us about that really quickly.
We're going to demonstrate the power of the enriched enzymes using a snack pack pudding. As you can see, it's a solid. I turned it upside down here. I'm going to take one of these enzymes, crack it open, and stir in these raw enzymes that also have pre and probiotics. We're going to make sure this is really stirred around in here. These enzymes are designed to be taken before meals, so we're breaking down the carbs, the fats, the sugars, and the proteins so the body can actually absorb all the nutrients from the food and help with digestion. And so as you can see, this pudding is already going through a change. And literally in just about a minute and a half, it took a solid pudding and it liquefied it. I love being able to see the products that I'm taking every day work right before my eyes. And that's one of the great features of Enrich is we get to demonstrate the power of enzymes here.
How incredibly cool is that? Now, you may be thinking to yourself, look, ma'am, I got enough going on. I don't need anything broken down that much in my body. Don't panic. This is White Pants approved. No matter where you are on the bathroom scale, you go too often, you don't go enough. This particular product is going to help regulate you. It is going to be so effective for you. As a matter of fact, it's our number 2 selling product. And the reason, simple, it works just the way I'm telling you that it does. Now, there we go. Here you go, Sarah. Tell them about Mojo.
Okay, I'm so freaking excited about this. Anybody else? I know I've got friends on here who will not miss a day of Mojo or Zest, right? We have a cult following here, and for good reason. These two products are they're the same product, just different flavors. So Mojo is the warm flavor, that's coffee, that's hot chocolate flavor. Zest is our lemonade flavor. This stuff is insane, you guys. This is actually a brain nootropic that not only curbs your cravings, it burns your fat and it boosts your serotonin levels. This stuff is wild. And I'm going to dig in a minute. I'm going to have some gentlemen hop on here and share a little bit about their testimony with Mojo, because it is insane. So I'm going to have them share their testimony, and then I'm going to break down why they're having the results they're having based on the ingredients in this product. It's going to blow your entire mind, but it's hugely beneficial for all people, but really beneficial for men's hormone health. We talk a lot about women, but men struggle just as much, just in a different way. And so this is so important to talk about, and I can't wait to hear from them. So I'm going to bring up Jeff and have him share his testimony on what he experienced with Mojo. Jeff, if you wouldn't mind sharing, I'm super excited.
Hey guys, hey Jeff Richens here. Just wanted to get on here and say that I truly can't go a morning. I will not go a morning without it. It has cut my caffeine intake down by half. I used to wake up in the morning and have 3 cups of coffee before I leave for work at 3 a.m. Now I get up and I look forward to one beautiful cup of Mojo. Gets me going, gets a little face tingle in there. When I want to get things done, in the afternoon, I'll even have another little sip of it to finish the day strong and no burnout like regular coffee. I also use it for a pre-workout too, because it carries through about 4 hours for me. So I go from UPS work in the morning to home to taking care of the kids and then to the gym on the same cup. So it's been amazing. And everybody that I have been selling it to, I bought the sticks for samples and I hand it to them and I say, well, you better have your shoes on because you're going to get some stuff done today. And they just look at me and then they're like, yep, you're right. We got some stuff done. Also, it does put you in a better mood. I started thinking about it when life's overwhelming for me and we got dishes and we got 2 little kids under 3, and you know how that is. We're picking up toys and doing dishes constantly. I'll just mix me up a Mojo and then I'll just like, hey, where do I start? And then boom, meal prepping. I'm mowing the lawn. I mean, it's been amazing with no crash. So it's really a good sell too. I mean, if you do the research on coffee beans and things like that and how bad it is for you and energy drinks, man, this thing is a great alternative and it's healthy and people are looking for that. And I've been pushing it like you wouldn't believe this month. Sample packs. I got my sticks. They're easy to sample, easy to mail, whatever it takes, get it out there. They'll love it. I promise. So
Yeah.
there you go.
I love that. You're so right. Thank you for sharing that, because I feel the same way. I get so much done. I'll pass out if I don't have my coffee. I will flip out if I do not have my Mojo. I love that you said that, because it's so true. Be prepared to have all day energy. And also the regular coffee that you're consuming anywhere, even getting coffee beans from the store, are typically full of mold and mycotoxins, which is why you run to the bathroom right after you drink your coffee, right? We all thought that was so good. No, that's actually so bad. You're poisoning yourself and your body's like, sweet baby Jesus, get this out of my body. So I love that you brought that up, Jeff. This is so, so clean and you're going to have so much energy. So now I'm going to bring on my friend, Phil. Phil, would you mind unmuting? I can't wait to hear your testimony too on what you've been experiencing on Mojo.
Absolutely. I think I unmuted. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Jeff, I totally agree. I was a 3-cup coffee drinker in the morning. I have done Mojos since January, and that's all I do. I do 1 cup in the morning. I'm a 4 o'clock in the morning guy, so I have my cup, and it gets me going until noontime. And I had a kind of a revelation a couple of days ago. Someone said something to me. I had a doctor's appointment about 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, and they did blood work on it. And my doctor, I'm upper 60s now, and my doctor was telling me that my testosterone levels were down. Well, this last time I visited him, he said to me, "Wow, your levels are up. What have you been doing?" And I said, I haven't been doing anything different. Well, a couple of days ago, somebody mentioned this to me, and I said, "Really?" So there you go. I haven't done anything different other than my Mojo in the morning every day since January. So there you go.
I love that. And I'm so glad you said that too, because that's what I'm going to talk about when I break down these ingredients. You're right. You're absolutely right. There's a couple of ingredients in here that boost your testosterone. So that is amazing. Just drinking 1 cup of coffee in the morning can
It's incredible.
that's incredible. I love that
Yeah,
so much. Thank you for sharing. I
absolutely.
love that. I mean, how many guys struggle with something like that where they have to go to the doctor? You know, like I don't think that's fun for anybody. Nobody wants to go to the doctor for low testosterone. I can't imagine that, but I know that when you have something that you can just add into your life naturally that can help in that department, I'm always all about what can I do naturally to avoid the doctor. So anyway, I'm going to bring on Anthony now. He's going to share his testimony, which I'm super excited to hear, also about taking Mojo every morning. So Anthony, would you please share?
There we go. Had to find the button. First off, thank you, Sarah and Tina, for having me on here. My family, we own a construction or a trenching and infrastructure pipeline construction company. And I get up at 5 o'clock every day, and I've been doing that for the last 25 years. And I would say that I am a coffee hound. I've always drank it black. And then it got to where we grind our own beans and all of these things and get the organic ones. And so I'm extremely picky. And I started doing carnivore about 10 months ago. And it's hard to beat that little sweet tooth. And I didn't get on Mama's Mojo because I just didn't want to take it from her and her run out because I know how much she likes it. So I wasn't really messing with it too much. But anyway, one day she had that rich chocolate out, and I put just a little bit of it in my coffee, and then I put a little bit of what is it, heavy whipping cream. And I'm gonna tell you what, it is like buying a Starbucks drink or something. You literally could put a third of a scoop of this rich chocolate mojo in your coffee or by itself, and that's all you need. What I've noticed is it lasts me probably from 5 o'clock in the morning till like noon. And when I get out of my truck, I drive out, we're building pipelines and doing all of these things. And I get out and I just feel a lot of mental clarity. My mood's good. Just getting to the shop in the morning, I got a lot of guys that work for us. I'm coordinating everything, getting everything, everybody out of the door and trying to tell everybody what they're doing for the day. And it just chills my mind to where it's like, I'm just calm. I'm not stressed at all. Uh, I can tell you with this product and a few other ones I've been taking, my blood pressure's dropped a lot. I mean, I've been on the borderline high, like a 130 over 85 since I was 18 years old. This is the first time I've consistently been around 105 over 70. Um, and I know it's because of these products. Testosterone level, holy crap. My workouts are better. I actually mix it with my pre-workout because I have like a chocolate, not pre-workout, but like a protein. And I'll mix this in there because it's super, super chocolatey. It doesn't take a lot. And I just feel a lot of energy. My workouts are better. Uh, I got a theory as to why they call it Mojo. I think when Austin Powers lost it, Trinot stole it because I'm telling you guys, this is a guy's product more than it is a woman's product. I guarantee it. And as far as the business, there's specific reasons as to why, Courtney and I got with Trinot, and the compensation plan, bar none, is by far, we've been involved in several different companies. And there was a checklist of exactly what we were looking for. And when Rhonda reached out to us, if you've been in this game for a little bit and you have experience and you understand compensation plans, and that's a whole nother meeting or whatever, or Zoom. But I will tell you, I challenge you to look and compare and try to prove me wrong because it's not going to happen. So, but anyway, thank you guys for letting me share. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Sarah.
I love that. That's so good because I was very much the same as you where I was I would work like 12, 14-hour shifts. So I'd work 3 in the afternoon till 3 in the morning. And then I would sleep till like 6:30 and then be up for the day. And I was drinking an insane amount of coffee, insane, just to cope with trying to function like a human. 1 cup of this, even if I sleep 3 hours at night, 1 cup of this, I'm good to go. And so I love that you brought that up, because you do get into a habit. I love my coffee. I loved my multiple cups of coffee. It was like my routine to always have one. This will change your life, just the 1 cup. And yes, to the comp plan. We're going to get to that. So thank you for sharing, Anthony. I really appreciate it. So all of those testimonies are wild, right? You probably heard something that maybe somebody that you know is struggling with, or somebody, you maybe probably thought of somebody like, man, this would be so good to get my husband on, or my brother really needs this, or maybe you're a dude on here and you're like, I could really use something like that. Let me do a brief breakdown here. I'm going to try to be quick because we don't want to, I will nerd out about this. But basically, I've been doing some research on the ingredients in Mojo that is helping these guys achieve these results and have these types of things happening with them as they're drinking Mojo every single day. So the big thing is that Mojo is not only adaptogenic, but it's the nootropic blend that I was talking about. And I have notes, so that's why I'm looking at it. It supports the HPA axis, which is the stress hormone command center. Okay. It's supporting that, which is going to help them with their stress. And I'm saying them because I'm not one. So don't feel like I'm talking about you in like the third person or something. I know that you guys are on here. It's also going to enhance your testicular function and your blood flow because of the cordyceps mushrooms, functional mushrooms. We've all heard how good those are, right? It's also going to reduce your stress-induced suppression of testosterone. When you get stressed out, you actually make less testosterone. That's a fact. This is going to help with that. And it's also going to help your mental performance and your drive with the bacopa and the caffeine. So I'm going to briefly run through these. There's just a couple, just so you can hear this insane blend in here, guys. It's wild. So cordyceps, like I mentioned, we know that it's a functional mushroom and it increases your ATP. That's your cellular energy. That's basic. All your body, every functioning part of your human body needs ATP, okay? That's going to improve your testosterone. That's also going to help with adrenal fatigue. Next, rhodiola rosea. I'm going to say some of these wrong, so just roll with me. That's an adaptogen, which is going to modulate that stress response. So anybody in here have a stressful job? Maybe got a stressful life. Somebody got some stressful kids. This is going to be good for you in that regard. It's going to lower your cortisol levels, which men also struggle with. We talk a lot about it as chicks, but dudes struggle with cortisol as well. Okay, it's going to improve your mental resilience and mood, and it's going to enhance your dopamine activity. That's what we want. It's also going to suppress those cortisol spikes. We want that. L-theanine. We all know, we've heard this, right? That's hot right now. Everybody wants L-theanine in all of their products because it's so good for you. That's an amino acid that's found in green tea. Okay, that's going to help support the alpha brainwave activity, which is hugely important, especially for men. That's going to help with emotional regulation and focus. And that's, again, what I was saying with the HPA axis stability, which is that hormone balance that they have to have. Caffeine from green tea, we know that. That's a natural stimulant. But this, because it's natural, is actually going to boost your dopamine and your adrenaline, and it's going to help with your motivation and your sex drive. So that's huge, right? It's going to improve your physical performance. Bacopa moneri. I probably said that one wrong. Okay. That's an herb that's traditional in Ayurvedic medicine. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. We're not going to get into that. But that supports the neurotransmitter balance, which helps with mental clarity, stress-related hormone suppression. It's going to help keep that nice and even so that they can handle their stress better, and keep those signals, the pathways for the hormones functioning as they should. Okay. Piperine from black pepper extract is a bioavailability enhancer, so that increases the absorption of other active ingredients, and that also supports the testosterone levels. That's huge. So these are all things, those are just a few of the biggest ingredients that probably a lot of you guys that drink Mojo every day didn't even know that was in there. Now I searched specially for men, but these all apply for women as well. This is something that's going to benefit you as a female, but this really targets men with improving their testosterone, helping with balancing the hormones. It's wild. So that's the Mojo.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Well, yeah, who's ready for Mojo? And yes, the answer to your question is that Zest is the same as Mojo. It's just the lemonade flavor. So if you're not a coffee drinker, we have lemonade flavors of this as well that you can use. And speaking of women, how many of you are in the dreaded perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause stage of your life, and you're just wondering, is this the way it's going to be forever? And you're quite fearful that the answer is yes. I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be that way. We also have a product that is actually specifically designed for women called For Her. And I'm just going to briefly share my testimony using it because we really wanted to focus on the men tonight. Because listen, if we can get the men drinking Mojo and we can get the women on the For Her, your marriage is going to survive. You're going to survive all the things because the two of these combined are going to bring you two back together better than you ever dreamed possible. As a matter of fact, my husband, he told me after I got on the For Her product, a few weeks into it, he was like, "You're sweeter." I'm like, "I bet I am." Oh my goodness, do you know how many hormones this is regulating in my body for the first time in years? I bet I am sweeter. But did you know there's over 100 symptoms of perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause? I had extreme dry eyes to the point I had to carry drops with me everywhere. I had no idea what was wrong. I just thought it was just the aging process. I had this pain in my right hip that just would not go away. Had no idea. That was my perimenopause symptoms. Then you add in the hot flashes and the night sweats, and I was just a complete mess. I got on the For Her product, and there's so many testimonies. If you're on right now and you've gotten a result using For Her or Mojo, please share that in the chat section. But within a week, 1 week, all of those symptoms were completely gone. Not just a little gone, not just kind of gone, completely gone. It blew my mind how much these plants were helping me. And just like the list of things that Sarah just read off to you about our Mojo, our For Her product is just as amazing. So we're going to meet everyone's needs tonight, women and men. But we also want to talk about the buzzword GLP-1. And we want to share with you our award-winning system that has helped me drop my final 30 pounds. I'd been stuck for a few years and couldn't get the scale to move anymore. Finally was able to get my overall metabolic health under control and lose that weight. And Sarah's going to jump in here and just share more about this award-winning system with you guys. So here we go, Sarah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, this changed my whole dang life. So this is actually, like she said, the GLP-1 that's hot. Everybody's talking about it, right? We primarily hear about the shots, right? We know about the weight loss shots. We know that they're synthetic. Here's the difference. They're actually forcing your body into an action that it's not naturally wanting to take on its own. That's where you're going to get a lot of the side effects, the long-term issues, that rebound weight people are experiencing when they stop the shot. So we came up with the award-winning plant-based version of this, which I'll tell you guys, they give that Gold Stevie Award to the top product in a category, a top thing in a category. So when it came to GLP-1s, ours was the most powerful, the most effective, the most cost efficient, the best testimonies, the best ingredients. We actually won that award. And if you see our testimonies, it's wild. You can't deny it. I've never in my life seen a supplement have so many life-changing results with different people. It's two different products. You're going to see that there. Go ahead and read a little bit about it, but you're going to take a pill, that Transform. That literally is a plant-based enzyme that takes the sugar and carbs you consume and turns them into fiber. And it sounds like magic, which is what I said when I first heard it, but I was wrong. It's not magic. It's pretty close. It's unreal. Nobody else in the world has this particular product at all. Only us. And then our Activate is the plant-based GLP-1. It literally boosts your body's GLP-1 production. But here's what's so cool about that. Not only is it going to target and burn your belly fat by increasing your AMPK, but it's also going to help you shut off that food noise, burning fat throughout the body, reducing the inflammation, and it's also going to help with your hormones. When I started on this product, I stopped having PMS symptoms. I did not expect that. And I'm not making a claim. I'm just telling you what happened to me. It was so wild that I was the kind of thought I was going crazy. Like I thought this was supposed to get worse and not better. it got so much better. But when you know what GLP-1 can do in your body and when it's being created naturally, we already create it, in case you didn't know that. I didn't know that. We create GLP-1. And as we age, we make less and less and less of it, which is where you get that midsection fat, the metabolism slows down, your hormones are insane, you're kind of insane, right? This is going to help with all of that. It's incredible. They did this study, as you can see here, with that particular product. And I will tell you guys also, like, we have a 30-day money back guarantee on everything. So I say this all the time, like, try this out for 30 days. You have no idea what you're capable of feeling like until you get these types of products in your body. This will, you can see some of the long-term benefits. This is going to help keep those sugar and carbs from staying stuck in your gut and on your butt, which is where nobody wants it, frankly. And it's actually going to turn it into fiber, which a lot of us are deficient in, also a win. And it's going to help your body stop craving those foods, those sugars and carbs, because you're no longer using that for fuel, which is amazing. Yeah, I just saw a comment. Somebody said, I feel better in my 60s. Dude, for real, I'm in my mid 40s and I feel better than I did in my 20s. I feel and look better than I did in my 20s. And I know I'm not alone in that. This is crazy. This is where somebody took their their Transform for that second meal, but the first meal, they just ate it straight up. Now, I've been a paramedic for a very long time, and this is what I mean when I say you don't have to be a diabetic to have spikes and dips in your blood sugars. You just have to be a human being eating food in the year 2025. Okay? You're going to have spikes and dips. Anybody feel like trash after they eat something that's kind of sugary? You're like, I got to lay down. I feel like garbage. Yeah, that's your blood sugars. That's not good. Okay? In essence, very bad. We don't want that. Okay? And so that's going to shorten your lifespan. We want to extend it. So that's where Transform is going to come in, where you can still be able to eat some of the things that you like, but you're not going to put your body through this enormous roller coaster that's hard on your eyesight, your extremities, your organs. It's crazy what it does to you. This is a beautiful product. So you can see what it does there. And then here's the Activate. This is the plant-based drink. All you're going to do is take 1 to 2 of these a day. Most people start off with 1. That's what we recommend. Have 1 of these drinks a day. It's delicious. I'm not a drinks girly. I drink water all day. It's my favorite. I'm one of the weird people that really like water a lot. And this, I cannot wait to have in the morning. I will have my Mojo, of course. But I can't wait to make this drink because it's so good. So this tastes like a really light, refreshing, fruity drink that does all the things that I said. It's going to reduce your cravings. It's going to cut down on you wanting those snacky little things at night, right? It's going to shut off the food noise. And if you're like me, I have struggled with that my whole dang life, where I love to eat. It's my favorite thing. Am I full after a piece of pizza? Probably. Am I gonna have like 5 more? Probably. And then I'm mad that I look like a busted can of biscuits. This is going to turn that off for you so you can have a piece of pizza, be like, hey, I feel pretty full, I feel pretty good, and you walk away and you're not fighting with yourself. And that's what I did for a long time. So it's going to reduce your appetite. It's going to shut off the food noise. It's going to help with your hormones. And it's going to help with your mood, your sleep, your skin. Look at some of these testimonies. Guys, these people did not go on crash diets. They did not suddenly decide to do something wild. They added in this system. That's it. That's all they did. This is our friends Jen and Darren. They look at how they both experienced it. And I could not believe the inflammation. For those of you that have been on the system, put a 2 in the comments if you noticed a reduction in inflammation before you even lost a pound, because that was me. I lost inches way before. When I look at my before and afters, I literally I look like, I don't look good. I've got that gigantic moon face that I thought was I just naturally had 3 chins. I don't know why I thought that. No, it was inflammation. It was cortisol. This is going to balance out that cortisol for you. You're going to get rid of that moon face. No more triple chins. I'm excited about that. But you can just see the lack of inflammation in their faces. And obviously GLP-1, we're just getting started with this. I've seen multiple other companies come out with a GLP-1. We've already had ours out for over a year. This is a market you want to get your foot in the door on. I'm telling you right now. You get in at the beginning, like we really are. We're only a year in. This could change your entire life. Not only physically, But financially, which we're going to talk about in just a minute, this is going to be a $600 billion estimated. They could go far beyond that just by 2034. That's not that far away, actually, which is a little weird, but it's not that far away. So that means if you get in and you try this product now, you get to be a product of the product. You've already heard from a lot of us that are trying a couple of these things, and what we're experiencing, that can be you too. And that's crazy. So that's just a little bit about our GLP-1 that's also going to help with your hormones. By the way, we have people that are 18 years old on this product and 88 years old on this product. This is something for everyone. Men, women, young, old. If you're struggling with your weight, if you're struggling with your cortisol, your hormones, your sleep, you're feeling sluggish, any of those things, this is for you. You need to add that into your life today.
Yeah. And I just want to add this really quickly because I've seen some of your questions in the comment section about the differences in like the semaglutides, the Ozempics, the tirzepatides. There's so many different names out there for it. I want to explain something to you really quickly. All of them have one thing in common. They're a synthetic form of GLP-1. And you may or may not know this. Sarah briefly touched on it. You actually naturally produce GLP-1 in your gut. It's just over time, you don't produce as much of it. And so what happens anytime, this is just science, friends, anytime you inject anything synthetic into your body, it then sends a signal to your brain, hey, we're getting plenty of this. We don't need to produce it at all anymore. And so the reason that 2/3 of the people that come off of those shots gain all of their weight back is because they had no exit strategy. So whether you're on the shot and you're looking for an exit strategy, or you're not interested at all in being on those shots, then you really want to take a hard look at this system. Because just like Sarah said, not only is it going to help get your overall metabolic health under control, but the side effect of doing that is that you're going to finally lose those pounds, especially as we age. How many of you would agree? It's like, for me, I was like, why is this 30 pounds not coming off? I'm going to the gym, I'm eating right, I'm doing all the right things. And it was just simply because so many of my hormones needed to get readjusted and realigned, and I was able to supplement that with some supplements. Now, going on that last slide that we just showed you about this GLP-1 market, the female hormone market and the men's hormone market, guys, you are primed and positioned to really be in a really sweet spot if you're at all interested in earning some additional income. Now, this is usually where people start to tune me out. Please don't, because this is the part where it gets really, really good. And we just want to share a brief little bit about this. If you're interested at all, whether it's just to earn a few $100s a month, maybe to cover your products, maybe you want to earn enough money that you can pay an extra bill or two or go on a vacation, or maybe you're a lot like Sarah and I, and you're like, okay, well, what could I do? That is really what we want to share with you right now, and some of the cool features that come along with being partnered with us here in this company. So we'll start by sharing, we have a really cool Jeep program, friends. How many of you would love to drive a Jeep that you get a stipend on? Here in this company, you can get a $350 or a $500 stipend each month to drive a Jeep. I got to tell you, I'm a Jeep girl. I have a Jeep 392 that I love. As a matter of fact, my grandson Blue, he's like, Minnie, this is my favorite car you've ever had. And I'm like, me too, buddy. I'm never getting rid of it, because it's so much fun to drive. And what's even more fun is the fact that I am getting $6,000 a year towards that vehicle. Just such an incredibly cool thing about being partnered here with us. And what is even cooler, and Sarah and I have both seen a lot of this at our time in the industry, they pay this at the very first rank. So this is not just for your high achievers. This is for the average person looking to have extra help with a car payment each and every month. Then we have a proven path to show you how you can earn $1,400, over $1,000 in your first 30 days of being partnered with us. I don't know about you, but it was when I seen those numbers and Sarah and I were talking, I was like, man, we can help a lot of people do this and help them earn this kind of money in their first 30 days. If you're watching right now and you earned this in your first 30 days, would you please let them know in the chat section below? We want them to see what is in fact possible for them. And then I want to head right on over here to this part right here. That green line that you see in the center of this screen, that is the set pay at those ranks. So I want you to look at those numbers and I want you to pick out one. Which one of those numbers would change your life right now? I want you to dream a little bit with me. I want you to think a little bit bigger with me. Like, what would an extra 600, 750, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, or even $9,000 a month do for your family right now? As when I seen this particular slide right here 3 years ago, literally almost to the day, I couldn't sleep at night because I was like, oh my gosh, there is actually a real path to help somebody earn these numbers. And we've done it over and over and over again. And what's incredibly cool is that you can hold two positions. So I have a position and my husband also has a position. He's a diamond elite and I'm a red diamond. And it is so incredibly cool. Now, to be fair, my husband doesn't actually really work the business full time or anything like that. He jumps in where needed. But I was able to build those two positions and generate us a really life-changing income. And guys, let me just be clear. I didn't share this at the beginning, but I'm a high school dropout. I'm a teen mom. Like, I am not someone that you would picture that would make this kind of income. And what I love about that is that this is truly for anyone. Your past does not define you at all. So if you're worried about that, don't even worry anymore. It is truly for people who want to get out there and help people change their life. And then the last thing that I want to touch on before we jump off here is how many of you love to travel? If you love to travel, put a 5 in the chat below. Holy cow, when I seen all of the trips that we could earn here, my mind was completely blown. I always say that I should get like a citizenship in Mexico because Trinidad has sent me there so many times in the 3 years that I have been here. We just got back from Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. I'd never been. It was so incredibly beautiful. Just so like locked in a trip to Croatia last month. I don't even know where that is in the world, but I'm going and I'm so excited. And here's the good news for you. We just launched another trip incentive to Mexico. And so you could partner right now with the person that invited you to watch this video, and you could start earning points right away to earn that trip to Mexico. And this is where I want to bring Sarah back up to share a little bit about the first trip she'd ever earned in her career in network marketing and what she experienced.
Yeah, I was in a company for a few years before we came here, and that was not a thing they offered. They didn't offer trips. So when I heard that Trinot did, I immediately was like, well, whatever I got to do to earn that. Like, that's a goal, right? That was a goal. I didn't know anything about it. I thought it can't be that nice because they're taking us for free. I just, it can't, they have to save money. Like, it's got to be kind of like, but like, okay, a free trip. Oh my word. So first of all, Tina and I earned it in 2 weeks of being in the business. So I want you guys to understand that, and we didn't come here with the following or anything like that. We earned it in 2 weeks, so can you. You can come in right now and earn one of these trips. They sent us to Tulum. I had never been there before, and it was absolutely 5-star. I literally was shocked. I remember thinking that there has to be a mistake. I'm getting a bill after this. They have to, like, there's no way. It was 5-star. It was 5-star. The food was incredible. The owners, you get to spend time with them, and they are not corporate owners that you would expect. That they're the ones sitting at the table with you, coming to the pool with you, asking you about your life. We had been in this company for like 8 weeks by the time we actually took this trip. It was crazy. And we don't know anyone, and they took the time to come sit with us and say, tell us about who you are. We're so excited you're here. And we're like, what? Like, it was crazy. Not only were the accommodations 5-star, the food was incredible. They took us on excursions. It was my first catamaran experience where we tried to snorkel. That was a fail. I should pull those photos out sometime. That was a flopping mess. I don't know how we even didn't die. But all that to say, they were so incredible with the trips. I will tell you guys now that when I went on one, I was like, I will never miss another trip, and I haven't since. And so that is something I want you to really own, that you can absolutely earn it. This earning incentive period that we just started is so available for everybody. I've never seen them open it up like this where anybody can earn it. And so that was our experience. I absolutely loved it. It was 5-star, and every single one has been since. Everyone.
Absolutely. So here it's simple. If you heard something tonight that you loved, whether it was related to products or the opportunity, all you have to do is get back in touch with the person that invited you to watch this video and just let them know that. Let them know these are the products I want, or if you are open to earning some additional income. Because here's the thing, you already know you've got a friend, a sister, an aunt, a cousin, a neighbor, somebody. When you get a result using these products, they're going to ask you where you got them. And so this can go two ways. One, you can have a link that you can share with them and you can earn a commission, or you can put them back in touch with the person that invited you and they can earn the commission. You get to decide that. But no matter what you do, get back in touch with the person that invited you to watch this tonight, and let's help you get your hormone health and your metabolic health under control. Thank you so much.
Wait. Drawing.
Oh, yes, drawing. See, we need you here because I would have forgotten. Yes,
like,
we do have the drawing.
The coffee.
But the coffee. Actually, Sarah is giving this away from her personal stash. And I must say, let me just say this. Back in October 2023, we sold out of Mojo for the very first time, and I thought people were going to come for us. That's when we launched that Transform that you heard us talking about that was studied at Harvard for 10 years. For 10 years it studied at Harvard. How cool is that, right? But we sold out of Mojo and people were coming for us. And why am I even telling you that? Because Sarah's actually giving you her own personal stash. That does not happen. But she really, really wants you to get the life-changing results that you've heard Anthony and Phil and Jeff talk about tonight. We want you to get those same results. And so here's all you have to do to win. Okay, are you ready? You got your fingers ready? You got your fingers ready? Michelle is going to pick a winner from the word I'm going to tell you to comment. And so you want to comment as fast and as furious as you can. Friends, are you ready? Just comment the word Mojo and Michelle will pick the winner.
This is always my favorite part. The whole thing just goes.
I know, crazy.
I'm glad I don't have to pick.
I know, me too.
I don't know how she
picks.
I don't either.
All right, got one.
Oh Lord, look at that.
Know. Yep. All right, Elise Ratliff.
Yay, Elise. Okay, so actually you can send me a message on Facebook, Sarah Hollingsworth. I think I'm the only one that pops up first. Send me a message or send a message to whoever invited you to watch this, and they can get me your address. I will get this mailed out tomorrow if I get your address tonight. I'm so excited for you to try this stuff. You're going to love it. Love it. You want to close this out?
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for hopping on. Make sure you get back in touch with the person that invited you to watch this. We will get the replay of this. If anybody missed it, don't worry. We're going to get the replay up and you'll be able to share this replay. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.